Software companies can get a lot of utility out of putting their product user data into HubSpot. I'm going to show you how you can get a beautiful report like this showing a customer journey through your product. The first thing that you're going to need to do is connect your product data with HubSpot. So there's a number of ways to do that. I'm not going to go over those today because we just published a brand new course on HubSpot Academy called Integrate Your Data Warehouse with HubSpot. This is assuming that you have a data warehouse where you are storing product data, and then you can get it into HubSpot using a reverse ETL solution like Hightouch. Highly recommend checking out this lesson. Something that you'll have to do when you're connecting your product data to HubSpot is have a place within HubSpot to put them. So that's where custom behavioral events come in. A custom behavioral event is just an activity that's going to show up on a context timeline. So when your users take certain actions, such as creating a project within your tool or logging into their account, that will show up alongside activity like website visit. Once you have your productivity syncing into HubSpot, you can use HubSpot's powerful automation tools to do a lot of really cool stuff. This is an example of a workflow that is going to take users through the journey from when they sign up for a free trial to upgrading to a paid account. This is a really massive workflow that's going to be difficult to show on a single screen, but I'm going to zoom out so you can kind of see the magnitude of what we're looking at here. And then I'll take you through it piece by piece. The idea behind this workflow is that each step is going to wait until the users take a certain expected action along the onboarding path. So the first would obviously be creating an account. As soon as a user has completed that custom behavioral event, it's going to kick off this workflow. There's an action called delay until event. So this is going to just pause the workflow until a user completes a certain custom behavioral event. In this case, we're waiting between when they create an account and they log into the account. But not just that, we are going to actually set a time limit for when we expect them to do that. So if they don't complete this action within 3 days, then we're going to treat them differently than if they completed it within that time. So if they do not log in within 3 days, we're going to shoot them an email and say, log into your new trial account. Then we're going to check again, have they logged in? There's going to be another delay, this time 2 more days. And then we're going to create a task and tell that contact's owner, probably somebody on the customer success or onboarding team, to check in with them, make sure that they have what they need. Then once that is completed, it's going to reroute them back to this branch, same branch as if they have completed it, and it's going to trigger another delay. So this is going to delay until they set up their profile. You probably are starting to get the idea here. Each one of these steps is going to delay until a certain event. If they don't complete that event within an expected period of time, then we're going to shoot them an email. We're going to create a task for the service team. So this is going to kind of cascade down this way until eventually we are going to hit this delay until complete purchase. So if you add up all of the delays within this workflow, then they're going to add up to 14 days, which is the arbitrary number I chose for the duration of our free trial. So leading up to end of their free trial, we're going to start sending them some emails if they haven't upgraded that they need to upgrade in order to save their progress and in order to publish their projects, whatever makes sense for your product. And we're going to create some more tasks for their contact owner to talk to them actively about upgrading before their trial expires. And then obviously once they complete that, we're going to send them an email saying, hey, your account's been upgraded. Congratulations. And that's probably going to kick off a different workflow, which would be like a paid account onboarding. But looking at this workflow, you've probably got some ideas for how you could use this really powerful delay until event completes action in order to trigger certain things based on customer activity and really give superpowers to your marketing and customer success teams. Once you have people moving through that onboarding journey, you can also create a customer journey analytics report in order to track that progress and analyze the activity that's occurring. This is a custom report that you can build where you are setting completion of custom behavioral events for each of these stages. And you can mark some of them as optional if customers don't necessarily need to complete them in order to reach the end, or you can make them required, which will eliminate anybody who skipped that step. Looking at this report, you can see total conversion rate, the cumulative conversion rate, which is the number of people who complete it without skipping any of the stages, the amount of time it takes to complete the journey, that's the 14 days that I was referencing earlier, and average time between steps. And then you can also look at it from a step-to-step level. So between creating an account and logging in, that typically takes 4 days, and the conversion rate is 72%. So looking at this, we can see where are people falling off of this journey, where's there maybe some friction that we can solve for within the product to make it a smoother transition from beginning to end. This is just one example of how you could use your product data within HubSpot. We've built a lot of really cool stuff for our customers using these custom behavioral events to connect product data with HubSpot. So if you have any questions about how that works, if you're interested in getting that set up for your company and your team, feel free to reach out to Aptitude 8. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, all that good stuff, and follow me on LinkedIn.